yung una? Okay, ayan. Sunod, 1. Sino nakakalala ng minimum 14 pesos? Again, ito po yung matanda, yung old na G. Okay? What else? In the year 2000, 1 kilo of rice, pakita mo yung sunod, of commercial rice, hindi po to special rice ha, was about 10 pesos to 16 pesos in the year 2000. But now, in 2026, this is 43 pesos to 51 pesos, 1 kilo of commercial rice. Grabe, no? Sino pa sa inyo nagpapaaral? May mga anak na mag-aaral niya. Noong 2000, di ba, bago mag-June, di ba? Bago magpasukan, of course, magbabudget kayo ng money para sa mga basic school supplies, right?
True.
In the year 2000, medyo okay pa kung ang budget mo is 300 to 500 pesos. Uy, okay na yun. May papel ka na, may pencil ka na, may bag ka pa, may sapatos ka pa, may uniform pa. Ngayon, is 2,000 to 5,000 pesos. This is primary school. In the year 2000, there were about less than 1 million OFWs working around the world. 978,000. Ngayon, 2026, sa hirap ng buhay, sa mahal na bilihin, hindi naman tayo mas magugulat na there are now 2.19 million OFWs.
Success.
When you look at that picture, no, the then and now, ang makita natin is that life is hard. Life is hard. Even if simpleng buhay lang, sometimes people just hindi enough yung budget, may mga pangangailangan, may mga ambisyon sa buhay.
True.
And so, yung mga kababayan natin have no choice but makipagsapalaran in different countries. Dito po sa Lamentations chapter 4, again, yung writer, may pinakita rin sa ating then and now. Pero instead of 26 years apart, ang mga itong before, then and now na to, nangyari lang within the span of days. Kasi remember, sinalakay sila ng Babylon. In-invade sila ng isang kaaway. Before, pakita mo yung susunod, then, yung mga people were treated like gold. Yung value ng mga citizens ng Jerusalem, where they were treated like gold and precious jewels. Pero matapos na, dumating na yung kaaway, sinira na sila, ngayon yung mga tao, ang value na nila is parang broken clay pots. May pinagkaiba ba ang gold sa broken clay pot?
Yes.
May pakinabang ba kapag yung clay pot basag na?
No.
Wala na, di ba? So parang, again, this is from Lamentations chapter 4. Na parang wala nang dignidad yung mga tao matapos na sila sinalakay. What else? Before dumating yung kaaway, the wealthy wore fine clothes, everybody could feast. Pwede silang, walang nagugutom. But after na dumating yung kaaway, yung mga tao, nagsascavenge na, namumulot ng pagkain kahit saan. They were starving. To the point where, if you go to verse 10 ng Lamentations 4, meron tayong narinig dyan na yung mga nanay were cooking their own children. Ganong klaseng malubhang kalagayan. Yung society, yung mga pinakamataas, yung mga princess, yung mga nobles. Before, sila'y malinis, they're very healthy, napakaganda ng kanilang mga kutis, ng kanilang complexion, wow. Pero pagkatapos na dumating yung kaaway, now their skin is like black, wrinkled, and unrecognizable. And if you may remember, anong ginawa ng Babylon dun sa mga matataas, yung mga nobles, tinangay nila sila eh. Sila yung mga kinuha ng Babylon dalhin sa kanila, katulad ni Daniel, sina Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, nalala niyo sila?
Yes.
Most of them were nobles. Tayo, many of you left the Philippines of your own choice. Mahirap yung choice, pero you had the choice. Sina Daniel, hindi. Sila ay sinalakay at sila ay tinangay ng sakitan. This is yung then and now ng Jerusalem. Their life is not just hard. Hindi po ito result ng inflation. Alam niyo po ba yung isang inflation? Yung
Pababa.
pagtaas ng bilihin. This is a normal thing. Palagi namang may inflation kahit saan ka pumunta. Kahit nasa Hong Kong. Pero this contrast, pakita yung susunod, this contrast po shows us yung devastating and total collapse ng isang syudad, ng isang tao na nagkasala at tumalikod sa Panginoon. Itong pagkasira na to, this was not an accident. Sila'y nasira because of their own choices. This was the Lord's wrath. Sabi po ng Lamentations 4:11, the Lord has given full vent to His wrath. Ang wrath po is yung puot ng Panginoon. He has poured out His fierce anger. He kindled a fire in Zion that consumed her foundation. Sino pa sa inyo nakapagpatayo na ng bahay?
Kami.
Amen. Amen. Alam niyo naman po na kapag may sakuna, doon lang magiging importante kung maayos yung pag-build ng isang bahay, right?
True.
Madaling magpatayo kung hindi mo sundin yung dapat na paraan, right? Pero, pagdating ng sakuna, talagang you will have to trust yung sa mga naginawa ng mga builders yung dapat because that is your security. But itong mga pangyayari na to, I want you to understand that the Lord allowed this thing to happen to them at na-expose yung kanilang pundasyon. The writer points out na yung punishment ng Jerusalem at yung suffering nila ay higit pa sa nangyari dun sa Sodom. Sino ba sa inyo nakakalala ng Sodom? Sodom and Gomorrah, nalala niyo yan?
Yes.
Bakit sila sinumpo ng Panginoon? Kasi the Lord sent a fire eh. He sent a fire, He sent sulfur on them. Talagang tupok sila. Why?
Sige na.
Nabad trip ang Panginoon?
Yes.
No. It's because they were evil. Because they were wicked. Because they were immoral. So sinira sila. Pero why is yung nangyari sa Jerusalem, why is it worse? It's because panadalian lang naman yung nangyari sa Sodom eh. Patay silang kaagad. Jerusalem's destruction, yung suffering ng city na to, was 70 years. 70. This is God's people, mga kapatid. Yung uncomfortable truth po is na, I want you to look, wait, go back. I want you to look at that picture. That's Jerusalem. That's Sodom. Mas higit pa yung ginawa ng Panginoon to the city of Jerusalem kaysa na dyan. And remember, ano sabi ng Lamentations? His compassions never fail. This is God's mercy.